So I decided I was going to upcycle an old daytimer planner I had. I cut the binder portion out and then I ripped apart the cover and started pulling out all of the cardboard flaps. You can see here I've ripped it out of the front because it's a leather daytimer. But I didn't want it as stiff. I want to use it more like a traveler's notebook, which I absolutely love my traveler's notebook. I just want to be able to use a standard bullet journal and then be able to include my notebooks for crafting and stuff besides. So this is me trying not to stab myself with an X-Acto knife, and I'm cutting all of the stitching so that I can remove the inside portion from the outside of the leather. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping it in frame so you can see what I'm doing, but that's that. So I spent some time pulling this apart. Now I have a leather cover, which is a lot more floppy and pliable, more like a traveler's notebook, but it's the same size or large enough width-wise to accommodate like a Leuchtturm, or however you pronounce that word, 1917 bullet journal book. And this is the inside, which is the fabric cover. I'm going to take off the rest of this cardboard as well. And then I'm going to attempt to stitch the material inside back to the leather cover. And we'll see how that works out. Hey everyone. So this is not really stitching related, but it is craft related. I got a new journal, a bullet journal, over the weekend to start using. My traveler's notebook that I've been using, although I enjoy using that, having to make all the inserts all the time can be time consuming, and I wanted to be able to still use those inserts but have a specific bullet journal. But I like the idea of a traveler's notebook where I can just, it's all included in one, inside of one case. This is a leather daytimer journal I had years ago. This thing's probably 20 years old and it's leather, but it had a binder ring and everything inside it. So yesterday I totally stripped this book apart down to the leather backing. And this is really sticky because it was kind of glued and stitched together. So I ripped all of this apart yesterday, and now I'm in the process of putting it back together. I've repaired the pockets and sewed them back on by hand. I'm now going to stitch these pieces back inside the journal, and this will be the inside of my traveler's notebook. I'll be able to put my regular bullet journal in here and strap it in once I've got the rivets and stuff put in here to fill in these holes. I'm going to put some, I have some leftover leather that I had from another thing I might put in here. Anyway, because this is where I had to cut the binder part out. It was riveted in through the leather and I just could not, I tried everything and couldn't get it out. So I had to cut out the rivets for the binder insert that was in this. Anywho, we're going to see how this turns out once I get it put back together. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to put both my bullet journal and my traveler's notebooks in here, and it'll be a really great system for me to keep my stitching organized and all of my other things organized, because I love journaling. My traveler's notebook is just not working well for me. I've used it the last couple of years, and although I like the size and compactness of it, I don't like the the journal portion of it. Good morning. It is May the 22nd. It's the 26th day. It's 26th. It's the 22nd day of Stitchmania. And it is raining and cold. And although it's raining now, when I left work to come home this morning, it was wet snow. Wet snow. Ugh. Trees are still bare. Still waiting for spring. Okay, so this is where I left off yesterday. I think I got maybe 150 stitches in yesterday. I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done. I also spent some time yesterday stitching a portion of that daytimer back together, or repairing the cloth insert anyway that covers up the inside of the leather cover. So this is how much I got done yesterday. This is where my piece is starting off today. I also did some calculating yesterday and figured out that if I want to finish this piece in roughly about a year, I have to get about 250 to 400-ish stitches in a day, depending on whether or not I'm working or on my days off, in order to have it finished in a year. So I think that's doable. We're going to see if it's doable, but yeah, this is where we left off. So let's see if I can get some stitches done today. Okay, so there we go. That's my progress for today. I did get quite a few stitches in. I think I got well over 250, to be honest. So I know I had marked off 325 on my chart of what color? Of this color. And I almost have those all done. So yeah. Now I'm off to work, and I'm taking my new bullet journal to work to set up some of the pages in that to get it ready for my new or my upcycled bullet journal case when I get that finished.